Hi everyone, it's Don and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Well, I guess I better talk about it. I'm getting asked a lot about it. The magician who was, attacked on stage. So apparently the incident took place on March the 1st, and it was magician Ben Murphy. He's an Australian magician slash comedy performer that goes around on cruise ships, and that this time he's on Royal Caribbean Cruise Line. He asked for volunteers at the beginning of his show, and about 10 minutes into his performance, he had a volunteer on stage and they were doing an act. And now I will admit, the act, a lot of the news media are reporting it as an intimate magical trick. Where at one point they put, it looks like either credit cards or bills in their mouth, and they lean into each other and they tap like this. The ends of the bills together in the trick, and that's the point where either the spouse or the boyfriend or whatever he was decided, he'd had enough, and he rushed the stage, pushing the magician over, and then stormed out of the theaters to apparently the boos of the audience. Now, let's get this straight. At no point, anywhere, at any time, should somebody who's in the middle of their act and performance, for any reason, be attacked on stage. For any reason. So I can understand jealousy. I've been jealous in my life. I've been jealous to the point where I wanted to take things into my own hands and destroy somebody, who was flirting with my girlfriend or my ex-wife at the time. Not an ex-wife, but my wife at the time. I have been there, but I haven't done it, right? I have told people to back off in cases, but that's different than attacking somebody, and that's way different than attacking somebody in the middle of a performance, that this is part of their act, right? And he did ask for volunteers, and the lady volunteered. So she was all into this, apparently. She apparently was having a good time. She was dancing, she was joking around, she was laughing. That might have been too much for the husband, especially if you put a few pops into yourself and you're watching the stage and you think this guy on stage is doing nothing but flirting with your wife or girlfriend. I can understand you getting mad, and he was probably more mad at her than him, but he can't go up and hit her, so he went up and he didn't hit, from what I think I see. I don't think he hits him. I think he more like just pushes him over. But that's also not the only concerning things. Now, once that happened, no matter what the reasoning for, like I said, I can understand jealousy. That does not excuse it. That does not excuse what he did. But the funny part is, the part that I don't understand is the story that comes afterwards. And that is that apparently Royal Caribbean did not go and talk to the guest. Royal Caribbean did not escort the guy off the ship, did not even have him apologize or didn't do anything to the guest, from what the reports were coming out of Ben Murphy. However, those posts that came out were, a lot of them were on his Instagram and things like that. And since then, some of the things that he said, saying that Royal Caribbean said they couldn't do anything, they didn't investigate until a week after the incident, and then they said that there were no witnesses. No witnesses. It's in the middle of stage. It's during the Magic Act. The audience was full. There had to be lighting crew and sound crew there watching the performance as well. There were witnesses, but those Instagram comments and posts that he put out have since been deleted. So has Royal Caribbean asked him to take those down? Has he thought differently and maybe, oh no, they did investigate and I just didn't know about it? Remember, an investigation, they don't go to the person being charged and explain to them every single thing they're doing and what they're doing. They do it separately. We'll deal with him, you deal with him, and then we'll meet in the middle and talk about what exactly happened. But it's still concerning that all this came out even though that was deleted. So far, Royal Caribbean, no comment. Even the local police force has been asked for a comment when they got back to shore, because technically this is assault. He was just sitting there when this man came up and pushed him over angrily. That's assault. And nothing was done, and no comment from the local police force neither. But that is not the first time. Remember just a little while ago, I did that story of a passenger yelling at crew members in the hallway, storming up and down, and ended up smashing the divide between the one passenger's balcony and theirs in a fit of rage. He just smashed all the glass in there, and they didn't take him off the ship neither. They couldn't even get in there and fix the glass. They had to go through the other passenger's room because he wouldn't let them in. What? So my question is now, going out to Royal Caribbean, is, are you taking things on your ships seriously enough? This is two incidences. One was even worse. The one with the smashed glass and everything, he was terrifying other passengers in the corridor where his stateroom was. So much so that people didn't want to leave their rooms because they were afraid they were going to run into this guy. And nothing was done. That's the worst one. This one, you have a crew member assaulted, and apparently nothing was done. Now, Royal Caribbean says, we can't comment on an ongoing investigation. Yes, I completely understand you can't do that because there could be lawsuits involved. There could be a lot of things involved. However, let's be clear. If you didn't go and talk to this man right away, with security, well, the Quantum of the Seas security isn't very good. If you did not do that, because even the cruise director went up on stage to see if the magician was okay. The magician, to his credit, walked off stage for about 30 seconds, composed himself, came back on stage, and did another 25 minutes of his performance. And he even, there was an awkwardness, obviously, in the audience. They didn't know what to make of it. Right? Think Oscars 2022 after Will Smith goes up and slaps the presenter on stage, right? Everyone was shocked. Is this part of the performance? Is it an opera part of it? What do we do? Well, the magician came back out and he even referenced it in some of his jokes. And so he had the audience back laughing a little bit and eased everything. However, people are still questioning how was this not handled right away? How did security not go to talk to this person right away? And if they did, good, because that's what should have happened. And I understand jealousy and rage, and maybe, okay, he calmed down, he felt bad about it, he was mad at his wife more than the magician, and you talk to him and he's not going to be a threat to anybody else. Okay. But to hear that they didn't start asking questions for 7 days after the incident, and then claiming they didn't have any witnesses. Cruise ships have more cameras almost than any place on Earth. There's cameras everywhere. Everywhere except maybe the bathrooms. And you're telling me the stage doesn't have a camera on it? You're telling me the deck stage crew didn't see anything? You're telling me that the sound guys and the lighting guys didn't see anything? And you're telling me also there's not a single passenger they could have talked to who witnessed this. Like I said though, those comments have been deleted on his Instagram account. So again, what's happening, right? We don't know. So I am curious to find out if anything, if Ben posts anything different about this. I have a feeling we may not hear anything going forward. I have a feeling something happened, and you can only guess what it is. But wow. If this story is actually the way that Ben described it in his first video that he posted on TikTok, where he was assaulted, no investigation for 7 days, no witnesses claimed Royal Caribbean. That's amazing. And unfortunately, that's the second security incident that I'm questioning right now on Royal Caribbean. And I am a big fan of Royal Caribbean ships. I just have to question some things that are going on right now. And I think we should all be aware of it. If you can't investigate and protect your own crew member, well, how should we feel going out there? What's going on? What's going on? Well, let me know in the comments down below. First of all, do you think, you know what, maybe the act went too far? Maybe it was too intimate and too personal that, yeah, maybe you should tone it down a bit? I've seen comments like that. Or do you think it does not matter? The woman volunteered to go up. He explained what was going to happen, what kind of, things were going on, and the husband or boyfriend still got upset. And then again, how do you think it's being handled by the cruise line? Let me know in those comments down below. And until next time, I hope you appreciate this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Want to see more tips, more tricks, more travel vlogs from around the world? Hit that subscribe button. Until next time, have yourself a safe and a great vacation.